to talk about gun violence and how we make changes in this country. So who's got the question?
Senator Warren, really easy one. Should Donald Trump be banned from Twitter?
No.
All right. Senator Warren, can you explain to us how you would implement the buyback that you have supported?
So I support what works and that we can get done as quickly as possible. So think about what happened with machine guns. We decided that we didn't want machine guns on our streets. We didn't want our children killed by machine guns. And so what do we do as a country? Well, we put a serious tax on machine guns. We insisted that they be registered. There were severe penalties for failing to do that. And we offered to let people turn them in. And by golly, we don't have a machine gun problem in this country. I would like to see us do the same kind of thing with other weapons that threaten our children.
Senator Murphy has been working with you're talking to the White House about background check legislation. Do you think impeachment makes that harder to accomplish? And then second question, how would you balance a potential Senate trial on impeachment with being on the campaign trail?
So, I read the Mueller report, all 448 pages. I started the afternoon it came out. I read it into the night, fell asleep, got up, finished reading it the next morning, and when I got to the end, I knew three things that were well documented in that report. A hostile foreign government attacked our 2016 election for the purpose of helping Donald Trump. Part two, then candidate Donald Trump welcomed that help. And then part three, when our federal government tried to investigate part one and part two, Donald Trump did everything he could to interfere with that investigation, which is a violation of the law. No one is above the law, and that very afternoon, I called for us to begin an impeachment inquiry. I believe that our constitutional responsibility rises above politics, and that we have all sworn an oath of office, and we need to get out there and do what the Constitution requires of us, and that is hold this president, who believes he is not subject to the law, to hold him accountable. If there is an impeachment trial that comes over to the Senate, and I hope there will be, I will be there for it.
Senator, you've released a lot of plans on a lot of policies,
Yes.
including on gun violence. So realistically, what are your priorities, particularly on gun violence, that you'd like, Congress to pass and for you to sign into law during, your first 2 years in office?
So my first priority, as I said to the group, is to do what a president can do all by herself. And there are tools available to the president to reduce gun violence immediately, to reduce the availability of guns. My next priority is to attack the corruption head on that keeps Congress from doing the work of the people. Right now, we have a situation where 93% of Americans say they want to see reasonable background checks and take weapons of war off our streets, and yet Congress won't act. The reason for that is corruption, pure and simple. We have a Congress that is too beholden to the gun industry and to the NRA, and it's time to have a leader who has the courage to stand up to that, and instead push Congress to do the people's business. So that's my first priority.
Senator Warren,
Senator
would
Warren,
you talk a
Senator
bit about?
Sanders' campaign?
I'm sorry?
Have you talked to Senator Sanders' campaign?
No, I've texted and I've called, but I haven't gotten a response yet. I'm sure Bernie's gonna be back on the trail soon. He's tough, and I'm looking forward to it.
Senator Warren,
follow up
thank
on that.
you.
Would you talk a little bit about the role Senator Sanders has played in the campaign so far, the impact he's had?
Senator Sanders is out there fighting from the heart for what he believes in, and he'll be back doing that again very soon.
Do you believe the
Senator,
president
thanks,
is using the
everybody.
term treason recklessly? He uses it almost every day.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.